So Amazon workers are quitting their jobs as a result of terrible working conditions. They are tired of no AC in warehouses and in their vehicles. They're also tired of having to work overtime because there was so much work and not enough employees. But I'll get to more on that in just a moment. The reason why this is big news is because we are seeing people quit, which means they have to go find another job. There are many Amazon workers. That's one problem. The second problem, Amazon is a large corporation, and when Amazon decides to do things like get rid of employees so that they can bring on robots and use AI, well, guess what Walmart's going to do? Guess what Costco's going to do? Guess what all these other large retailers are going to do as a result of Amazon doing it? So, the fact that Amazon workers are quitting, yeah, that's a very interesting sign. But we'll get to more on that in a moment. Listen to this right here. This person's going to say why he quit.
I quit Amazon after 4 months, and here's why. To the people that left on day 1 and day 2, I salute you. And let me not forget about the person who left after the first break.
Now, I want to point out one thing. There are many people that have worked for Amazon that only make it a day. Some people make it the first hour and realize they are overworked, they're underpaid, there's no safety concerns in many spots, and they don't want to be there. But let's keep listening.
After seeing all those people leave, I still stayed steadfast, right? I was determined. I said, I'm going to have fun with this. I'll be on my own delivering packages. What can go wrong? A lot. First, let me just talk about orientation. Let me put this disclaimer out there. I'm not saying don't work from Amazon. I'm not trying to persuade you not to work. I'm just sharing with you my experiences. Do what you will. Yeah.
One thing I just want to say, there are a lot of people that have worked for Amazon that absolutely love it. People stay there for 5, 10, 15 years, and they absolutely love the job. But some people don't. Look at this guy, for example.
All right, I need y'all to tell me if I'm the problem. I just got written up for not finishing my route on time, okay? Or unsatisfactory work.
Now, I want to point something out because I did talk to an Amazon delivery driver, and he said the same thing, that yes, they're supposed to finish their route by a certain time because Amazon does not want to pay overtime. They will, but they don't want to do it, especially over and over again. Let's keep listening.
This is what my van has been looking like every single day. This is what my van looks like. This is my walking space to find y'all's packages. All the way through. All the way through. Mind you, I got a text message this morning. My boss want me done with this route by 7. I think it was 7:19. Yeah, let me show you the back. Let me show you the back.
Look at this.
Okay, all right. Busting out the seams. Yeah. Well, what time y'all think I'm gonna get done today? Am I the problem? Is it me? I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna finish on time today. I'm gonna have wishful thinking, right? I'm gonna try my best. But am I the problem, or is my boss giving us unrealistic expectations?
Now, I want to touch on that because that is one of the most common things people say, is that they have unrealistic expectations. And it's not just at Amazon. It's at many of these other retailers as well, that they have unrealistic expectations. And the reason why they're so unrealistic is simple. There's not enough workers for the amount of work that has to be done. And this goes across almost every single industry. But I want to play this one for you as well. Listen to this.
Hi, so I got laid off this morning at 7 a.m. With a random email from somebody I don't know in HR. I've been with my company Amazon for almost 14 years. It's my only adult real job I've ever had.
So all these things have happened recently. All these TikTok videos I'm playing you, these are all recent. They're not from 2020 or 2022. These are all from within the past couple weeks. Now, what's interesting about this is Amazon is continually laying people off. As they bring on robots and as they use AI, they're going to start laying more and more people off. But what's interesting about this is Amazon has had a very tough time. Look at this one, for instance. This is from Bloomberg. It says Amazon Prime Day sales off 41% in the first day. Well, this is just from a week ago. A week ago, we had Amazon Prime Day. Okay? And again, this is troubling because Amazon, again, is seeing less sales, but as they see less sales, they continually lay people off, especially drivers, because again, they have unrealistic expectations. Now, I want to play this one for you as well. Listen to this.
Amazon has recently laid off 26,000 workers and they have replaced them with robots. And it's getting too much. It's getting to a point where things are entirely expensive. How do y'all expect people to pay their bills when you're replacing us with robots?
Yeah. Amazon is one of the first companies that started doing this, where you could see this little robot. It pretty much looks like a Roomba. It comes over in the warehouse. It lifts up certain their shelving units, but it lifts it up and it drives it over to a packer, or a pull or whatever they call them. They pull them off the shelf, put it in a box, and they ship it off. Now, Amazon was one of the first ones that started doing this, and Amazon is trying to bring in more AI. Even their CEO said that there's going to be mass layoffs once AI really takes hold. Well, it already is. Now, I want to play the rest of this clip, okay, from this guy right here. Let's listen to it.
The expectations are unrealistic. Training
Yeah.
is not what you're going to be doing when you're out there actually driving. The way that they do training and the way they promote safety only stays in that training class. It does not go with you when you're actually on the road. Let's get into it. Number one, AC, non-existent. They never work, and if they do work, it's just blowing out heat. And honestly, it's the AC is the reason why I quit, and I'm gonna tell you about that in a second. I never felt so disrespected like I did when I was at Amazon.
I've heard that many times before. One of the reasons why some people say they feel disrespected is because you're just a cog in the machine. That you are there, you're hired to do your specific job. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your family and your wife and your kids and the birthdays and somebody sick. You come in, you do your job, and they'll pay you well to do it. That's what they were being told. Well, things could be, we could be in for a rude awakening here very soon.
I almost went into a depression working there. Number two, we worked 10-hour shifts, and you would think that's enough time to deliver a lot of packages, but it's really not. You had either 180 packages or 230 packages to deliver, and 10 hours in a day is just not enough. And it's a shame because there are some drivers there who thought it was just a badge of honor that Amazon could count on them. No matter how many packages they get, they're still going to finish on time. And I knew I did not belong. And I'll never forget, one time I took a 17-minute break and dispatch is texting me saying, "You good?" As in, I'm already behind.
Yeah. So instead of a 15-minute break, 17-minute break, 2 additional minutes, and they're already trying to figure out, is something wrong? Now, I talked to an Amazon worker a few months back. Actually, the person locked their keys, or locked the Amazon truck, the delivery truck. Their keys were inside. They couldn't get into the truck. Everything was locked up. They were trying to get help. Another driver came over, see what they could do. Nothing. Ended up having to call a locksmith. Don't know what happened there, but they were terrified. Absolutely terrified of what was going to happen once their manager realized and figured out what happened. Again, that's not the place you want to work. But the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is because Amazon is one of these companies that are always looking for more and more employees. They always have open positions. And it's interesting because a lot of people are looking for work. And And I brought this up to a friend of mine recently. He was saying that he was looking for work. He was applied here, here, and here, gave a whole list. And I simply asked, well, what other options are there? What else could you apply for? He said, well, he's trying not to apply at Walmart. Okay, he hears terrible things from Walmart. He does not want to apply at Amazon because he hears terrible things at Amazon. And he said he has an application in at Costco, but they're taking their time. And, well, I get that. I understand many people don't want to work at Walmart for specific reasons. And I understand why people don't want to work at Amazon, again, for those specific reasons. But at the end of the day, a job's a job. Now, I want to ask you this one thing. If you start to see more and more people quitting at Amazon, or Amazon decides to just lay off more people and go more towards the robot route, are you going to continue shopping at Amazon? Let me know down in the comment section below. But I will leave you with that. Again, this is the conditions that we are currently living in. There are many employers out there, some of which will treat you really well, others that treat you just like a machine. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think of this story? What do you think of Amazon, and are you going to continue to shop from them moving forward?